Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tart Lee. Hope you're well, hope you're staying safe, hope you're staying indoors, and I will say no more about the coronavirus or any of that like. Just, I hope you're looking after yourself. It was just on my mind that I haven't done a video for a while. No pops have come through the door, obviously because postal system is a little bit different at the moment. A lot of the stuff I've got on my way is from America. I'm not complaining. But something did arrive this week and I was thinking, well, it might be of interest to someone, so I'll put a video together and then see what you think, but it's going to be a completely different video from what I'm used to. So if you know me, you know I'm a Star Wars nut. I mean, you just look behind me, you'll know that. But it's not just a case of collecting pops. I also have a real interest in like learning more about the films. Anything I can watch or read, I will. And one of the things that I found when Force Awakens came out was that they released some art books, and I picked them up. So it's the Art of the Last Jedi, Art of the Force Awakens, and then what arrived this week was the Art of the Rise of Skywalker. So I picked this up from Amazon. It was £21, something like that. I'll put a link in the description if it's something you're interested in. I'm not going to sit and do a book review because I'm not good at reviews. I end up just waffling and going on. But I thought it'd be a good way of just showcasing this book and showing a few bits. But more importantly, the reason I'm doing it is because this book indicates that the Rise of Skywalker was meant to go in a completely different direction than what it originally did. So, spoilers ahead, but I thought this might interest some of the viewers of the channel who are Star Wars fans. And if you're new to the channel and you're a Star Wars fan, obviously hit subscribe, that'd be lovely. Stick around, you might be interested in this as well. So, these books always start with a little bit from the previous film, because obviously when these come out they don't want to have spoilers in for people who haven't seen the films. So this one, I'm just going to mention one bit that's in it from The Last Jedi, which I think would have been a really cool scene, and it's during the fight between the Praetorian Guard and Rey and Kylo Ren after Snoke has been killed. A lightsaber was meant to actually light up the curtain behind Snoke's throne, and during the fight this would burn, and at the end of the fight you'd actually see a mega destroyer like coming towards the base. I just thought that would have looked really cool. Maybe it would have been hard to film, I don't know, with the timings and whatnot, but I like that kind of thing. I like knowing what could have been. And as well as that, in these books obviously you get a lot of character design. What I'll do is I'll try and put more photos on the screen with me waffling in the background and actually try and find pages while I'm doing it, because that could make for, well, probably more boring than what it might be for some people. But lots of character designs. So new characters such as Zori Bliss, there'll be like a 2-page spread that shows you what their different designs were, what they were aiming at with her, as well as then doing some of the characters who are obviously familiar, such as Finn. Also would like get a 2-page spread, just giving you ideas of the different outfits that they could possibly wear. One of my favourite ones that they did was there's a page on Dio, different designs of what Dio was going to look like. Really cool, but similar to a duck, and they actually even acknowledged the fact that that's the kind of the route they were going to take with him. Also, there was a really cool picture, which I'm going to include, of what they called a BB tank, which was going to be like a more aggressive version of BB-8, which I thought would have been quite cool. But you can see they had a lot of fun designing a lot of different things. As well as that, I mean, again, it makes me look so nerdy, but I am what I am, I'm past caring. There's quite a bit about the puppeteering, and it actually shows some diagrams where it will show you how the puppeteer would work or be involved in certain characters as they design them. I mean, I went to a talk by Brian Herring, who's the main puppeteer for BB-8, and he did a great talk on how they worked things and how they had to come up with ways of making things work practically, because obviously with the prequels they went very much down the digital route, whereas now they've decided to go back to kind of the original puppeteering, which is so much better. I mean, it definitely shows in the new films. As well as that, there's little bits, and this is where I kind of thought I'm going to make a video out of this, that are more relevant to kind of where the film could have gone. So simply, there's like a black and white picture of Rey in the training scene from the start of the film, and she's actually got the double-edged lightsaber, which I thought would have been a really nice touch, especially when they did Dark Side Rey later on, and she had obviously the same lightsaber as Darth Maul. I think that would have been really, really good. There's also a brilliant picture. I'm a massive Chewbacca fan. I love Chewbacca. as you know, and there's a Chewbacca like strung up, being almost confronted by Kylo Ren, obviously after he's been captured. And I think that would have been really good to have a scene between those two, especially with obviously the death of Han and Chewie being there for that. Just to see like a proper aggressive Chewie going at Kylo Ren would have been really good. Maybe even if he's like broken away out of one of the chains or something. I think that would have been a nice touch. But where it's very different is there's no mention in this book of the Emperor, none whatsoever. It seems that the initial plan was that Kylo Ren would actually find like the remnants of the Empire. So there was going to be, I put page markers in and they're not the best, so bear with me. But there was going to be a wayfinder, but the wayfinder was actually going to take them to like the furthest reaches, and in the furthest reaches Kylo Ren would find, probably quicker than I can find the flipping page, bear with me, I put a page, there we go. So he would find the remains of the Empire, the loyalists who stuck by the ways of the Empire but were on like the far reaches, and he would find them, and that would become then the army that would basically fight between good and bad, the Jedi and the Sith, as it was at the end of the film. But where he got that wayfinder from, again, was a character that's not even included in the film. So cast your mind back to the start of the film, and where Kylo Ren was basically on a slight rampage. That rampage was actually going to be on Mustafar, which is the planet where Obi-Wan and Anakin had their fight at the end of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And essentially, once he'd gone through that planet, he was going to find a character called the Oracle. Hopefully the picture will be on the screen now. Very different looking character, obviously not included in the film whatsoever. But the Oracle was going to be the owner of the Wayfinder, which belonged to Darth Vader, which would then let him know where this army essentially was. Nothing to do with the Emperor at all. Also, after that, the main battle between Kylo Ren and Rey, as it was going to actually take place at the Jedi Temple, which was obviously not mentioned whatsoever on Coruscant. There was no real mention of Ben going to the good side, but this again might be because they don't include spoilers in these books, or how the Knights of Ren were going to be destroyed essentially. I don't know how they'll ever do that now that obviously these films are done, but it just seems it was going to be in a very different direction. Whether or not that's change of director or that's where everything, the conflict came and J.J. Abrams take over, I don't know. But like I said, I could just turn through the pages on this book and just give you a random page and you can just see the design, the artwork is just absolutely superb. I'd recommend, if you're into a film, they do a lot of these art books now, I'd recommend that you pick them up. I really would. I've picked up a number with the Marvel Universe, which you can still pick up on eBay, quite a few of them for £20. But just the amount of detail that goes into one, and even just on the back cover there, that picture there. I just think they're really good books, and this one out of the three is the one that's caught my interest the most, just purely because of, obviously I know there's a lot of love, hate, as there is with Rise of Skywalker, and it kind of gets your brain racing of what direction it could have gone. I've just realised how long this video is, to be fair, so I'm going to wrap it up. Like I said, I just wanted to put something out there. I recommend these books to any fans of Pixar, MCU, or Star Wars as it is. I mean, again, if it's something you're interested in, let me know, and I could probably do a little overview of maybe some of the Marvel books I've got, or some of the Pixar books, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get some pops back on the channel soon. Until then, let me know in the comments what you thought of this. If you've watched it, obviously, I appreciate if you're not a Star Wars fan, some of this is just going to be like, you ain't going to watch a 10-minute video on Star Wars. But if you have watched it, I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, like I said, appreciate if you subscribe. Otherwise, if you can like, comment, and share the video around a bit if you want to. And I'll see you all soon. So take care of yourself, stay safe, stay indoors. Obviously, I've done a little bit at the end there, but finger. But above all, just look after yourself. All right, take care, guys. Bye for now.